Welcome to the forecast. To my right, we have APAT and Alex. How you doing?
Hello, everybody.
And to my left, GW himself, Garrett. How you doing?
Doing good.
It's the Wednesday Comics Forecast. This is telling you the comic books coming out October 17th, 2018. That is the third Wednesday in October. Getting near the end of the year, getting near that Halloween holiday. But we're here first, Image Comics. Speaking of scary things, Cemetery Beach #2. This is Warren Ellis, Jason Howard. This book with the first issue, I'm going to let you know, very Warren Ellis kind of not. It was very surprising to me, and I did enjoy it. I will pick up issue 2. The concept being that there's this secret colony. Basically, people... You know what? I'm going to be honest. I forgot what this book's about. That's me being like, looking at the cover and being like, what was this book about? I know there's some planets and they're trying to get some shit, and then, they go to planets and try to be spies. Whatever. It was good. It was a good book. I just remember that. Coyotes #7. This is
It's a good book.
Sean Lewis, Caitlin Yarsky. Alex, what do you think about the Coyotes?
Coyotes is a great book. That, like we've said before, this has actually been a really strong second round. I was a little nervous about getting into this book, and actually it's proven to be very well written. The art is fantastic, and I'm starting to understand these characters and the lore that lives in this world. So I'm super amped for it, and we're actually expanding more than just what I was expecting from the first arc. So it's got my attention, and it's keeping it.
East to West, #39, Jonathan Hickman, Nick DeGrotto. New story arc, these Brothers of Destiny, the army of the prophet masses preparing to conquer the world. Alex, I had a question for you. I was cleaning up the studio here the other day, and I found an issue of East to West, and I looked at it. I stared at it, opened the front page. I don't remember reading it, but also I know it's been in here a while. How many issues have you got in the last 12 months? Like 3?
Maybe 3. I don't even know if it's been 3.
All right, so if I read the last trade, I'm
like,
good.
38, I think, came out maybe May, if even that. So I have no freaking clue what's going on in this book.
Yeah,
I think this cover looks great.
This book, when you like,
that's all I know about the book.
There was a time when I fell behind in this book, and I reread them all to catch up. It's pretty fantastic, but you can't have 3 issues a year and expect me to figure out what's going on. So that's a book that definitely in trade will be excellent. But for right now, me and Alex are just collecting it until it ends. I mean, I do love it. Like, that's a book I'm like, I don't know what's going on in that book. And I read an issue, I'm like, okay, see, it was good, but I don't know what's going on. But all right.
Well, I think we're getting near the end. I believe it's less than 10 issues left. So another 6 years before we get to the end of it. Or maybe it was 43. I don't remember. I don't remember what the actual number was, but I think it's at that point where I might as well just wait until all the issues, these last however many come out, and read it in one big chunk.
The Extra Sisters, this is Ian Boothby and Celeste Lagace. Did you sign a deal with the devil? Has your fiance been dragged to hell? Then Kate Harrow should be the first ones you call for timely soul retrieval at a reasonable rate. But why are these identical twins so different? Is there a darker secret? A new ongoing series from Eisner Award-winning Ian Boothby, The Simpsons Magazine, and art by Celeste Lagace from Menage a 3 and Archie. There you go. New image #1. So if you're looking for a new book, it sounds like it's going to be kind of like a comedy horror book. There you go. Gideon Falls #7. This is Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. New story arc, Original Sins Part 1. After the mind-blowing events of the first arc, Norton digs deeper into the mysteries of the Black Barn, and secrets of his past begin to come to light. Meanwhile, Father Fred does some digging on his own and learns the hard way that some secrets should just stay buried. Garrett, what do you think? Gideon Falls #7. That cover's beautiful, man. What do you think about Gideon Falls?
Very excited. It's on its second arc. The first arc was incredible. I think we're just going to dive deeper into the story. I agree with you. That cover looks so good. This story is just like, I feel like there's still so much to be told, so much for us as readers to learn. this is like one of the best horror books coming out, and just in time for Halloween, we get another issue of this book out. Because it was on like a 2-month, 3-month break, maybe just 2. So definitely looking forward to diving back in.
Rumble number 8. This is John Akurda and David Rubin. Alex, you still caught up in this book, or are you a little behind?
I am actually caught up on it.
And how's it going?
So I don't remember what the Scarecrow's name was. Right now, he's back to being a human. Human barbarian. He's kicking ass, taking names. They're on an island of monsters, actually. It's actually really good, and that art by Rubin is spectacular and fits this book so well that I am actually super amped for this next issue. We're actually finally picking up and going somewhere. That first 5 issues was kind of beating a dead horse as I don't remember, Kazar. No, that's not it. That's a Marvel character. Anyway, the Scarecrow. I was a little weary, and actually these last couple of issues have picked it up. We're getting back on track. I'm enjoying it. So I'm super ready for this book to come out and to give it another go.
Skyward number 7. This is John Henderson and Lee Garbert. I just noticed here on the solicits it says this is picked up by Sony Entertainment, and Brad Payton is going to direct this movie. So it's going to be a movie here. But Garrett, what do you think, Skyward?
From the beginning, loved every single panel of it. It's just a really fun concept, and it's just amazing that no one's really thought to make this comic into reality. It's a lot of fun seeing the main character grow up in this world where the main character's father had lived in our world where there was still gravity attached, and it's also very much a crime thriller. Surprisingly enough, it doesn't look like it, but each issue there's more and more action happening. There's more adrenaline in it. I'm very, very pleased with this book.
I think my weariness as of right now, and not in this book, because this book is spectacular. You guys talk about it maybe becoming a movie. Why does not everything needs to be a movie? This book is so amazing just being a book that I'd be nervous having someone take the reins and be like, oh, let's make it this way, and then not turn out well. Because this book just is mind-blowing, and the idea is so fresh that just not everything needs to be a movie or a TV show or a song lyric.
Black Hammer, Age of Doom. This is Dark Horse Comics number 6 of 6. Is that correct? Maybe. I don't know. Jeff Lemire, Rich Tommaso. Actually, I don't know if this is even a mini anymore. After the shocking revelations in the last issue, Colonel Weird finds himself a stranger in a strange land where reality is ever changing. Alex, what do you think? Black Hammer number 6.
Issue 4 was spectacular. The cliffhanger we were left at was amazing. 5 was kind of so-so. I understood the premise, and that we kind of had not to be super logical for something they actually made make sense. I kind of like that book could just do whatever the hell it wanted. I hope we get back into that. I'm excited for it. I'm not dropping this book by any means, but I'm also curious to know where Jeff is taking us. Are we gonna then again expand and become something crazy and really enthralling, or are we gonna kind of linger towards an end?
Here we go. IDW Publishing. This is what we call the Alex Corner. Rise of the TMNT number 1. This is Matthew Manning, Chad Thomas. Alex, you getting this? It's based on a new cartoon.
I don't think I need to get it. I'm not interested in that new cartoon whatsoever. So I don't really know if I need to get a 3-issue or a 2-issue run that's just going to introduce these characters, in which case hashtag they're not my turtles. But all 4 turtles are different species of turtles, and that bugs me. There's a snapping turtle, a box turtle. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. I get they're brothers. You can be brothers from a different species. I understand that, but that's not that's wrong. I'm saying it now. That's wrong.
What you are interested in is TMNT Ongoing number 87. This is Tom Waltz, Kevin Eastman, Dave Watcher on the cover. On the art. Battle Lines Part 2 of 3. It's an all-out Frascas as alliances form and break down while TMNT takes the fight to Bishop. With the fate of alien life on Earth hanging in the balance, a desperate moment for a key character. What do you think? How's that book going?
the book has gotten better since Bishop's shown up again. I'm not a fan of Bishop. He's scary, but not scary like the Shredder. He's just kind of a pain in the ass that you hope the Turtles can kill or at least dispose of forever or for a long time. My hope is that we're 13 issues away from 100, and Karai, I assume, will make an appearance as the formidable and notorious Shredder. So I'm living towards the next 13 issues where we build up to this. And I'm hoping that in the next 2 issues, because it's only a 3-issue arc, Bishop is taken care of.
DC Comics Batman number 57, Tom King, Tony S. Daniel. KB Toys himself isn't working alone as the Cold War between Batman and the Russian killer heats up. Batman's nose for mystery gets to twitching when he suspects there's more to KG Beast attacks than initially thought. Not only does this tie back to the court case Bruce Willis sat on involving Mr. Freeze, there's another villainous Gotham Ghoul in play, but whom? Garrett, what do you think? The next issue in the arc of KB Toys himself?
I'm very excited. Like, the first issue with him in it was amazing. I don't know if I've gotten to the second issue yet. I can't remember or not. I don't think so. But it has been a great storyline, and especially if it's tying back to the court case arc. That's very exciting. I mean, this definitely feels like a different era of Tom King's Batman, but to have it still be great is very exciting. So, very good story. Each issue something crazy happens, so I'm expecting the same thing out of this issue.
Injustice 2, number 36, Tom Taylor, Daniel Sampri, Juan Alvaron, Bruno Rondaldo. This is coming to an end, but if you've been on this book and you're looking for something with a million steaks and no steak sauce, that's Injustice 2, number 36. I don't know what that means, but Garrett says it's good. Anything can happen, and it's ending, right, Garrett, pretty soon? The digital one's done.
I think the digital one's over.
It's just a matter of how many of these things left.
Yeah, 38, 39, 40, one of those.
Here we go. This book always brings up conversation. Justice League 10. Scott Snyder, Francis Manapul, The Road to Drown Earth, when Wonder Woman learns that Cheetah gained new powers and killed the Greek sea god Poseidon. That sets Aquaman off on a search for answers, bringing him into a conflict with an entity known as the Flood, a herald for long-dead ocean gods with the ancient grudge against Poseidon, Atlantis, and, well, almost anyone on Earth. Who are those guys? Some very big fish. And you know what big fish do? Eat smaller fish like Aquaman and his Justice League buddies. Alex, what do you think? Justice League number 10.
I loved number 8. Number 9 was the epitome of a filler issue, and it drove me crazy. I don't know. I know Marvin would tell me to drop this book, but I'm struggling. I want a Justice League book, and I've told everybody on the show before, I don't think the Justice League is a team for me. I want to like this book, and I'm hoping that this Drowned Earth or Drowned World or Dry Water, whatever it's called, I hope is a good introduction for Snyder to maybe bring these characters into more of a personal realm and less of it being this big, giant, expansive thing. I want more from this book, and I'm not getting it. And so I think that tells you how I feel about it.
Well, I think with this, it's like it's an artist showcase. Like, the whole reason I haven't dropped this book yet is because there is amazing artists being put on this book, but to match the story, like, the story is just not the greatest, and that's what's really disheartening. You know, we've always talked about how art and story should complement each other, and this is a case where that relationship is broken. But the art is it's like 150% amazing, but the story is like a 50. So I don't know. It's just like, it's hard to quantify why you should keep getting this book. But you just look at that art and you're like, oh, I need to get this, and then it's like, but it's not that good.
I think the mistake I make is that I look through the book. I give myself a little teaser every time I open the book. It's like, hey, there's not a lot of words on these 2 pages. Way to go, me. I close it. Of course, that first page is full, is just white bubbles with an eye. So I I mean, I want this book. I'm not getting the book I want.
Justice League Dark, James Tinney the Fourth, Alvaro Martinez, Raul Fernandez. The Witching Hour Part 3. Everything the Justice League Dark knew about. Wait, the Witching Hour Part 3. I didn't get Part 1 and 2. Well, I guess I will read it and see what happens. End of 3. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the end of issue 3. We kind of get a hint that we're going to the Witching Hour, so that should have been a hint for me. But Garrett, what do you think? Justice League Dark.
Well, I've read issue 1 and 2. I enjoyed 2 more than 1. I haven't read 3 yet. I'm a little behind.
Alex, you read 3?
What?
Did you read 3?
Yeah. Yes, I loved 3. Loved it.
Okay, well, I'm not. See, the only thing is that like, if this is a real legit like tie-in, Part 3, and like I don't know what's going on, but I feel like it's just a more natural part of the story, the way the last issue ended. So hopefully, I mean, it's just going to be like, hey, this is Part 3, and they all tie into everything. So, but the art was great in the last issue. That one panel with Swamp Thing being huge, that was pretty. I mean, spoiler story, Garrett. I mean, it was pretty good. We'll talk about something else. Lucifer #1, Dan Waters and Max Fumaro, Sebastian Fumaro also. Lucifer is missing, having embarked on a dangerous journey to find the mother of his bandit son. The Prince of Lies finds himself imprisoned and crippled by mysterious forces who seek to torment him for their own terrible ends. Meanwhile, a car is crashed, two witches blind themselves, a tumor speaks its first words, and a perfectly good bowl of oatmeal is left to go cold. Lucifer from the Sandman universe. We just got done reading the first one, part of our book club, so... if you listen to that and you're interested in more Lucifer, there you go. You can pick that up. It's supposed to be a brand new start, so you can just pick that up and read it. And if you like that, go back and read the old Lucifer. Nightwing #51, Scott Lobdell, Gary Brown, Travis Moore. Garrett, what do you think, Nightwing?
I really love Nightwing. This is Scott Lobdell's first issue. I can't remember if he wrote a little bit in 50 or not. But it's going to be a new run for Nightwing because Ben Percy's off the book. Scott Lobdell's coming on. And I'm excited for that because I think he's been killing it in Red Hood. So I think he'll do a great job on Nightwing. I mean, it's basically taking a Robin and working with him. So, I'm excited to see what Scott Lobdell has in store for this book. If it's as good as Red Hood is, it's going to be a great run.
I have one gripe. The last issue of Red Hood felt really weak. It didn't feel as strong of an issue as I would have liked. I am actually interested in maybe jumping back on Dick Grayson.
Nice.
Nightwing. Thanks. Actually, that wasn't even intended. I just screwed up. But I actually want to get back into Nightwing, I think, if Lobdell is going to be doing the art. Or shit, just skip over me. I'm an idiot. I might get to this book there.
Sideways #9. This is Dan DiDio, Max Raynor. Alex, you get Sideways still?
Nope.
Garrett, Sideways still good?
Oh, yeah. I really enjoy it. It's the DC Spider-Man. I mean, there's no avoiding that. Something very tragic just happened to Sideways. I'm not going to spoil it, unless I already have in the past, but this character is becoming more dynamic than just this, again, carbon copy of Spider-Man. So he's getting into bigger threats, and it does feel like a real character, like who's struggling with a lot. It is a great book, and I don't know if Kenneth Rockfort's on this issue. Nope, he's doing the cover, but he'll be back on eventually, and still waiting for that Grant Morrison arc.
Here we go, Marvel Comics. I wanted to bring this up. This is a book I dropped. I recently dropped some other books, so maybe it's a chance to go back because we're at the start of a new arc. Daredevil #609. Phil Noto. I saw Phil Noto's coming back to that book. Charles Soule. I love Phil Noto art, but this is the start of the death of Daredevil. He's supposed to be dying. I might go back and check it out, boys. I don't know. Let's see. Phil Noto. There we go. If anybody's going to get me back in the book,
I didn't know you dropped it. So
yeah, same.
Astonishing X-Men.
Here's what you think.
I did skip your book, Alex. Astonishing X-Men #16. This is Matthew Rosenberg, Greg Land. How's Astonishing X-Men going? Still good or not?
It's fine. I think I'm getting kind of burnt out. I'm finding more and more that X-Men always sounds so interesting to me, and then to find out that it really isn't living up to my expectations. It's had really great issues, since he's taken over, but that annual kind of threw me off from really enjoying it, and now I'm just trying to get my wheels back on the road. I've been stuck in the ditch. I'm trying to get back on the road to see if this is still a book for me. So I'll get this issue to give it a try and to make sure it's for me, but I may be cutting it soon.
Are you sure you're not stuck in a pothole?
Well, if you would have gotten those guys to fix that pothole, I would have been fine, but I didn't want to say that because it would have hurt your feelings.
Dude, I don't order Domino's that far away.
Old Man Logan, number 49, Ed Brisson, Abraham Robinson, Andrea Sorrentino on a cover. Rage into Darkness, the Maestro made a terrible enemy, one who can take all the punishment he can dish out. One just as stubborn as he is, the man named Logan. First off, before I ask Garrett what he thinks about Old Man Logan, these are not bullet points, Marvel. Quit doing it. All right, go ahead.
You can definitely tell they're trying to wrap this series up, and well, wrap it up is a loose term because spinning out of this series is going to be a 12-issue finale, basically. So we get another year of this story. But it just feels weird having Wolverine back and Old Man Logan in the same universe, and you don't know how much you've missed young Wolverine until you've seen Old Man Logan with the same eye wound for the last year. So it's still a good book. But you can definitely tell that they're setting up the end game.
New number 1 from Marvel. Shuri number 1. This is from Ndidi Okafor and Leonardo Romero on the art. This is a book all about his sister. So I looked at the preview. Preview looks pretty good. So if you're interested in Shuri, there's a new number 1. Speaking of a new number 1 also, Unstoppable Wasp number 1. This is from Jeremy Whitley and Guri Huro. Back by popular demand. There you go. If you're interested in the Unstoppable Wasp, the agent of Girl returns in an all-new series. Also, here we go. Venom Annual number 1. This is Donny Cates and more. Looks like Donny Cates, David Michelin, Ron Lim, James Stokey, Ty Walker, and more. The first time in Marvel history, the wicked web-slinger called Venom gets his very own annual. This one features a few walks down memory lane from some of the best creators in comics today, and even a few surprise guests from Venom's past, serving as a great jumping-on point for readers new and old. This is one issue of Venom you cannot afford to miss. Alex, you getting this issue?
I will get the annual. But the only reason I'm really going to get it is I would assume there's some tie into what will happen in Venom from Donny Cates' run. So that's my real big pull for it. But now that you say Stokey's on some art, I'm excited for that 6 pages of work that he'll have out there.
Here we go. Boom Studios Black Badge number 3. This is Matt Kint and Tyler Jenkins. No solicited on the one I picked. Did I pick the wrong one? Who knows? Garrett, what do you think? Black Badge.
Black Badge is really surprising how great it is. It's a very cool concept about this Black Ops Boy Scouts team, Boy Scout team, who actually do like mercenary missions, which is it's like nuts. It's they use like spy equipment. They do certain missions for, I'm guessing, government officials. So far we haven't gotten to find out who's kind of pulling their strings. The art is so great, story's great, and it's just getting started. So definitely make sure you go back and pick this up because this is one you definitely don't want to miss. Those
are the comic books coming out this week. I didn't see anything else. Did you guys see anything else I missed?
Yeah, did you guys see that Million Ways to Die Hard graphic novel coming out?
No, I didn't. I usually just sort by issue. So what's that about?
It's a trade, but it says 30 years after the release of Die Hard, the deadly adventures of John McClane continue in this explosive new volume. With a conspiracy that draws him back to the scene of the first Die Hard film, John McClane is once again a man who will stop at nothing to fight against impossible odds and implacable foes. Die Hard has all the humor, action, and firepower of the franchise that define the action genre. A Million Ways to Die Hard. And it's written by Frank Thierry with art and the cover by Mark Texeira.
Yeah, that's going to be a no for me, Doc, but okay. Alex, Weatherman, I got a question for you. And I'm actually pretty mad at you right now. So I'm outside. I'm thinking, it's fall still. It's October. What day was it? couple days ago. I wake up and I look outside. What I see all over the floor? Snow. What's this? Why are you starting snow so early? Did you push the snow button accidentally on Saturday?
So when I go to bed, I have a machine that I set. I actually made it from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 2 or episode number 2. It's a weather making machine. I may have pushed the wrong button before I went to bed, so we got a little bit of snow where we were at. Whatever, not a big deal. It's not like ice formed. It was just a little bit, just on the grass. You were fine. You didn't even have to get the shovel out.
Actually,
So,
it messed me
shut
up
your
so
filthy
much,
face.
Alex. It messed me up so much. I forgot to ask you what book you're looking forward to this week.
Gideon Falls number 7. Getting me all excited for the Halloween.
Garrett, what are you looking forward to?
If I had to pick, I'd have to go with probably Nightwing number 51. I'm very impressed by Scott Lobdell's Red Hood run, so I'm very excited to see what he does with Nightwing.
I'm looking at this list, and I wouldn't be lying, and I might just because I've been away for so long. I'm looking forward to jumping back into Daredevil and see if actually it's good or not. Phil Noto art, and it's a storyline that actually, for me, sounds interesting now. So I always loved Daredevil. I've been getting his book forever. It was surprised to me that I would drop it, and you guys were surprised a second ago that I dropped it. I only dropped it for 9 issues. I got 601. So what is that, 8 issues? 7 issues? One of the two. Who knows? Nobody can do math. And so I'll go back and check it out. I'll have that gap in my collection, but Alex, that's okay, right? We can live that way. Garrett,
No, but okay.
Garrett, what's you were talking about potholes earlier in the road. It's my understanding that might be caused by Alex. His car is just ripping up the road. Is that true, or is you taking care of the road?
Well, it's only ripping up the road because he told everyone else that it wasn't going to snow. So people were driving really fast because they don't check the weather. They just listen to Alex's predictions. So they were just cruising like it was a nice summer day, but then they were sliding all over the place and running into potholes because of his information. So, but anyways, there's a decent amount of good comic books coming out this week. I don't think it's as great as last week, but I think it's still definitely want to get your books, take some time. This might need a fuller pot because you can definitely wait for these books. Not all of them are heavy hitters.
Alex, I already told you how those roads. You already told us about that weather, and I just don't believe you. Winter coming early because it's an invasion. Santa Claus is coming to town a little early. He sent a little snow ahead of time to see if he could get the roads nice and frozen. He does not want Halloween to happen. We've all seen that movie, Night Before Christmas. But this one here is called The Fight Before Christmas. Santa Claus and a jack-o'-lantern one-on-one in the octagon, going one-on-one, and we'll see what happens. You know what? I got my money on the jack-o'-lantern. You know why? Because Santa Claus eats too many cookies, and I think he can take them. So, what do you think, Alex? Who are you betting on?
I would say Santa, for the fact that pumpkins can't stand the cold very well. So Santa, by a long ways, will beat that jack-o'-lantern.
Okay.
Also, the jack-o'-lantern will most likely have gotten cleaned out, so there really won't be a whole lot to protect it. So, Santa's going to win.
Gary, you're the tiebreaker. Santa or the jack-o'-lantern?
You know what? Jack-o'-lantern would win this one because when it becomes a candy cane versus a carving knife, that carving knife will win. So, sorry, Santa.
You know what? We actually just ran the match while we were talking, and no, it was disqualification. They both lost because the turkey came in and killed them both, so who knows?
I was just going to tell you that there's most likely a wishbone would have happened, and they both would have lost.
You know what? I'm going to say it right now, and I'm going to say it until the end of the year. Happy holidays, people. We're there. It's ready here. We got 1, 2, 3 back-to-back. That's called a triple. My name is Marvin.
Actually, a triple's a turkey in bowling. I'm Alex.
And I'm Garrett.
Hey, everyone. Keep reading those books.